Hi you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, Marquise G. Now you know me. Okay, you guys, we're back with another episode of Communing in the Community, where we're dining with local restaurants and also learn about some business. I'm here at Hoagies and Hops. Let's go inside and take a see what we got to eat today. All right, you guys, I'm here at Hoagies and Hops with right hand Ron, the kitchen manager and the founder and CEO of Hoagies and Hops, the Philly cheesesteak queen herself, Miss Kristina Mazza. Let's get into the kitchen and see what they got ready for us. Hey guys, they're letting me sneak into the kitchen so I can get a close up just for you guys. So come on, follow me. Now we're in the kitchen with right hand Ron. He's cooking us up some sandwiches. So let's see what he's making. What do you got for us today, Ron?
So right here is what we call a little Whiz. This is one of our vegetarian options. So and this also comes in a vegan option as well. So it comes in a vegan wrap. So the cheesesteak is one of our signature cheesesteaks. We call it a Whiz with, but I threw a little bit of banana peppers and some pepper relish on it. So, and basically what that is onions, cheese whiz, pepper relish, and banana peppers. And so I'm about to put some cheese whiz on it right now.
So what's the difference between cheese whiz and nacho cheese?
Probably about 30 grams of salt.
Well, Ron, tell us a little bit about yourself. How'd you get started in the hospitality business and restaurants and cooking in general? What's the story?
Well, so when I was about 17 years old, which is probably about 100 years ago, so I applied at the Elbow Room. That's where me and Kristina met at. We met at a place called the Elbow Room, which is now closed. But it was around for probably a good, 90 years? About 90 years. And I used to live right down the street from there. I just happened to walk in there one day. It was a guy named Bob Pollock that was the GM. Gave a little young 17-year-old a shot, and then, the rest of it is history. You know what I'm saying?
We love a good history lesson, guys. We love a good history lesson.
But that's basically how that was the first cooking job that I ever had. I've since went to, culinary school and a few other things, but, I went to Ivy Tech for a few things. Culinary, I took some culinary classes. I didn't necessarily go there for the culinary program, but I just took a few classes. I also took some other classes there, but that's kind of how I got started in cooking and stuff like that. So, like I said, it's just, one of them things, a young man walking to a restaurant and I needed a job, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So outside of Philly cheesesteaks, because I know that's probably your number one favorite meal to make, but what's the number two?
I feel like when I'm at home, my favorite thing to make, I cook myself a lot, probably like meatloaf or fried chicken. So, but meatloaf would be my absolute favorite thing to cook. Yeah.
Now, do we put ketchup on top or barbecue?
No.
Great answer. Great answer. Great answer.
No.
All right, guys. So it's time to dig in. Before we eat anything, we must say grace. Dear God, thank you for this food. Thank you for this wonderful, amazing opportunity to dig into some true Philly goodness. Let's eat. I am not vegetarian or vegan, but this still tastes like meat. It tastes like a good something with spinach. I still taste the broccoli. I can't taste the tomatoes, which is good because I don't like tomatoes.
Yeah, we cook it up. So that's the other thing. When you saute tomatoes, it kind of gets rid of that sharp
I love that.
The tanginess.
Yeah, like a little acidity.
Yeah. Now let's get into this meat.
Yes. Yeah, go ahead and pick it up because that's the way we're supposed to eat it. But most people like to cut it in half. But
not me.
Good. That's the way we're supposed to eat it, honestly.
Oh yeah. Oh.
So we sliced a Monica ribeye in house daily for the beef. So that makes a big difference. Also, the other big ingredient is that bread that we do get shipped in from South Jersey. So places like Tony Luke's and Gino's have all been known to use Lissio's Bakery out of South Jersey. So it takes me several weeks to get it in. And I would never have opened if I couldn't get the bread out here.
So this is the key, is the bread.
The bread is where it all starts.
And I can tell you, I'm not a sandwich connoisseur, but I've had Penn Station a few times. Okay? This bread is totally different. You can it tastes
it's chewy
and baked.
Yeah.
It's soft, but it still has a little bit of the firmness and the crunch of the meat. And the meat?
Yeah, the meat's delicious.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the ribeye is really.
Oh my God. That's really good. I can taste the cheese whiz. I can taste all the flavors individually. I love it. I love it. Now they're fried. This is a perfect French fry. And the cheese, not too salty, complements the bacon really well. The bacon is really crunchy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we
It
fried
doesn't get soggy. I love it. 10 out of 10 already, and we still got more sandwiches to eat. So let's go. Okay, so I see we got a couple of platters out here. What's the story behind these?
Yeah, so I do quite a bit of catering. What we got going on here though is this way I could kind of highlight some of our specialties from the snack side of things. So these are called pepper shooters. These are peppadews, which are sweet with a little kick, and we stuff them with prosciutto and provolone. And then what we do is we put a little balsamic on them.
Okay.
So that's balsamic and then a little prosciutto provolone stuffed inside of a sweet peppadew pepper. I sell these two for $1 in-house. People love them. So obviously you can get them as a platter. You can get them all by themselves. These here are Pennsylvania Dutch red beet pickled eggs. We make these in-house. These are extremely popular, especially with the people from out east that are from the Dutch country. Very German. So basically we marinate these eggs for, the best way to do it is to have it at least 5 to 7 days, but we can kind of sometimes rush them. It's basically cider vinegar, sugar, beet juice, and they're really, I don't know, are you scared of eggs?
No, I love a good egg. I love eggs. Now, I've never had pickled beet anything.
That.
Okay.
Even if you're not a beet fan, because of the sweetness of the sugar.
Okay. I can definitely taste the beets, but it's not overpowering. The yolk definitely balances it out.
Yeah.
But it's still good. I don't mind it.
These are so great with beer, too. Like, you'll find these a lot, like out in Pennsylvania in the bars. I would never set them out in the jars and just eat them after, I don't know how long they've been out there, but these, because we make them fresh, we do sell a lot of them. They're perfect with beer. They're a nice snack, especially for people who are athletic, who are biking, running.
And it's very fresh. Yeah. It's
and
very
then
fresh.
The pickles are also, one of the companies we use is Dietz & Watson for our cold cuts. We also use them for our whole deli pickles. So they're usually about this big. We just cut them up. But people can come and get whole gigantic deli pickles, which are always a lot of fun. We can even make hoagies out of them. So a lot of people are getting hoagie and cheesesteaks now, that we slice the dill pickle, core it out, and then we put the cheesesteak fixings inside or the hoagie fixings inside, cut it in half, and people are using that as like a low carb option.
Okay, awesome.
And then over here is some more, this is our Pennsylvania Dutch platter. We have a small one that we do in-house, but this is a large one for our catering. So you get some bread, we have our cheese cubes or more of these here, but this here is a smoked beef from Lebanon County, Pennsylvania. It's very much like a smoky salami. Seltzers is the brand we use, and people come like all over just to, like, people will buy this from the pound for me.
Oh wow.
So try that. That is really
I'm gonna
good.
have the meat sweats, guys. I feel
probably.
it. I feel it happening.
It's so good. Yeah, people have no idea. I used to always promote like my Italian all the time, but I like to sample this out because it's so unique.
Yes, and the flavor, it has like, it almost has like a little like salty sweet, almost like it's not very hard like a salami.
Yes. A lot of people, like, I've never really had the summer sausage, but a lot of people say it reminds them of like a salami and a summer sausage mixed together.
Yes, that is the perfect.
I
can,
So, yeah,
I can taste it.
that.
I can taste that. I can taste it for sure.
I mean, even so this is Lebanon bologna from Lebanon County, Pennsylvania. So not Lebanese, it's Lebanon bologna from Lebanon County, PA. This is a Pennsylvania Dutch meat called ring bologna. You get this at a lot of farmers markets out there. This is also a Dietz & Watson product I get, but you can go to go out there to the farmer's market and get like a gigantic ring. And it's amazing. But here's that.
Okay.
Try that.
Now this is my first. I've now eaten 2 bolognas. These are the 2 bolognas I've had in my entire life. Okay, my first 2 bolognas, and I'm trying a lot of new things today.
I'm impressed.
We're doing a lot of new things today. So
you learned in Pennsylvania grub right here.
I am. I might move to Pennsylvania now.
Go.
I don't know. I might really be from Philadelphia.
You
Who knows?
eat bologna?
I do not eat bologna. I've never had bologna in my life. Seriously, my mom refuses to buy it because, that's how she grew up eating bologna and cheese and all that, so it never entered our home.
All right.
But I'm not mad. I'm not saying...
This is a different kind of
This
bologna.
is different bologna.
So,
this is high-class bologna.
Yes.
We're high-class bologna eating today.
This you would find in the very Pennsylvania Dutch, which is also very Amish country. Mm-hmm. That's where you'll find the Pennsylvania Dutch country. Is usually anywhere from like the Harrisburg area out to Philly, down to Maryland. Mm-hmm. So a lot of my transplants from that area, they're the ones that really know these meats. And it's really like I grew up with my dad, we'll be watching Eagles games and he'd have that ring bologna, whole grain mustard, Munster cheese, all mixed together on a cracker. Done.
Oh,
so
I
that's
love
kind of where
cracker.
this idea came from, my dad's family.
So you do these as catering platters?
Yeah, this is catering. I do hoagie platters. I do a lot. And this company here is the Bread Company. I wanted to highlight them. I love them dearly. Like I said, I never would have opened if it wasn't for Lycio's Bakery. And this is what the 18-inch, which is more like a 20, 21-inch roll, but this is the bread we use.
And how did you go about, getting this, hey, I love your bread, I need you to ship it to me?
It was not easy. I mean, it was something where I really had to work hard and trying to figure out, not just, they can get it to me, well, yes, they'll sell it to me. How do I get it here? Because I get it shipped frozen.
Wow.
So that's the other thing. It's not cheap. The bread itself isn't cheap, obviously getting it from out there, but then the shipping cost me hundreds of dollars. So when people say, your stuff is expensive, I could go to Penn Station for the same price, you got to understand,
quality.
You can't get this.
You can't get the same,
You cannot get this in 3 states, and I'm not a chain, where a lot of people think. I am an individual, sole, independent, woman-owned business.
Yes.
With a right-hand man here that's
Snaps
been
to
with
that.
me to keep me going. Yeah.
Snaps to it.
I don't know what kind of bread that they use, but they definitely...
Totally different.
If they had this bread, you couldn't go to Penn Station and get a $7 cheesesteak.
Oh, for sure.
You could not.
It's definitely, you can taste the difference in the quality and the texture, all of that good stuff. Did you ever feel like it was maybe a risk to, go to this extent, to have your bread?
Yes.
There's, issues with, like you said, delivery, especially now during COVID. There's delays with a lot of shipments.
So I can tell you one of the biggest issues is that we have to take the pallets off ourselves.
Ooh.
So when we were inside the other brewery, they actually had a forklift, and I would have the guys from the brewery pull it off for me. Now we have to, these guys, my husband, Ron, a couple of guys from the brewery, tap room Gary right here, our manager from the tap room.
Yes.
I mean, they will get up there. When the truck comes, which we never know, it could be 11 o'clock and they don't show up till 2.
Oh, gosh.
I have guys who need to be here ready to help me because I can't do it by myself. So we have to pull 2 pallets. Sometimes we got to drag it from the front of the truck all the way to the back. Then we have to pump up this manual lift to pull it off. And you got guys who are dragging and pulling it and then trying to get it down. Then we have to slide it downstairs, and we have an assembly line of just us putting 80 cases of bread into a freezer.
Oh,
so
wow.
besides the fact we have all that, we have labor that goes into it, and this happens about once every month or every other month.
Oh my gosh.
So this is not an easy task, let alone the fact that, if the truck has traffic issues, if they have an accident, if there's car troubles, if they're just behind from another stop, there's always stress every time I know I'm getting my next bread delivery.
Oh, my
and then
gosh.
obviously the freezer needs to stay, if anything ever happens with the freezer, that can damage the bread.
Oh my gosh.
So there's a lot of stress when it comes to it.
Now let me tell you something. You want to run a business. That's what it takes.
Yeah.
Hard effort, willing to take the risk, willing to take whatever comes your way because anything could happen at any point in time. Entrepreneurship, read about it.
So think about that next time you want to give a bad review to a small local business.
Oh,
because
yeah.
It's not fair. You don't know what they're going through daily. It's a whole nother ballgame. It's not like any other business. So think about it next time you write a bad review about a company that can potentially put them under.
Oh, for sure. One wrong shipment, that could be
And mistakes, not one restaurant, not one business, not one person is ever 100% of the time. So think about that. Take it to the Italian hoagie, which is the reason I opened my shop. The sandwich I miss more than anything. So this is the Italian hoagie. Now this is our medium size, which is a 9, 10 inch. It all depends on the length of rolls I end up getting from the company. But just like everything else, things can be kind of inconsistent. But yeah, this is about 9 inch. This is my Hog Island. The Italian. The Hog Island, and the reason I call it the Hog Island is actually that is where the Italian immigrants would go and work on the boats during World War I. And the actual island was called Hog Island. It's actually where Philly Airport now sits.
Oh, wow.
So the Italians, one of the myths is that's really where the... he needs to learn about it. He needs to hear it for like the 500th time. But the Italians would bring their Italian loaves of bread, and they'd fill it up with a bunch of ingredients of obviously Italian meats, Italian veggies, and that would last them all day because they'd be working on the shipyard, at the shipyard all day. So the Italian hoagie obviously starts with the bread, second, the oil. I make this Italian oil specifically for this sandwich. And it took me, didn't actually take me as long as I thought it was going to, but I made my parents and I actually close our eyes and smell it, take a bite of it. So yeah, this here, with the oil and everything, it really is what makes it. Like if you see the oil in the brown paper bag, that means you're at a real sandwich shop. You make sure there's a lot of oil on there.
So grease is good sometimes.
Grease is very good. Oh, hell yeah, it is. That's why I do hoagies and cheesesteak.
Oh, yeah.
So, we got provolone. Now this is Dietz & Watson. Dietz & Watson is a Philly company that I grew up with. So it's comparable to those. You may find it in some supermarkets out here now. Like I feel like I see it at some Myers. Used to see it at Marsh way back. But it's in the same competition as Boar's Head is from New York. Only Boar's Head's New York, Dietz & Watson's Philly. Okay. So we start with the ham. We got their Dietz & Watson salami. We also got a hot capicola. And then we got prosciutto.
Oh, I love prosciutto.
Yeah, so all the Italian beautiful meats that come on an Italian sandwich is the way it should always be. So this is all the meat for that. The other part of a hoagie is lots of lettuce. I mean, I don't care what people say.
You still need your veggies, people.
You got to make sure
still need your veggies.
You still get a lot of lettuce. If you don't want it, you got to ask for light. Otherwise, you're still going to get a lot of heaviness here. So you got your lettuce, your shredded iceberg lettuce. I mean, this is what I grew up eating. Like this Italian hoagie, just like this, out in the suburbs. I mean, I grew up in the suburbs of Philly, around the Pottstown area. Proud of it. Very Pennsylvania Dutch area as well.
Yes. Ooh, onions, my favorite part of any sandwich.
Sweet Vidalia, very thin. Very thin. That's the key. Because I'm not a big onion fan, but the only time I love them is mixed with the Italian dressing.
Oh, yes.
But yes, you go. And are you a pepper eater? Do you like sweet bell, or do you want sweet bell peppers? Do you want banana peppers?
Let's try banana peppers.
You got it.
Oh my
So there's that. And then we got to do this.
Oil it up.
Yes, and I try to train the staff too that if for any reason there's not enough oregano on there, you make sure you put oregano on that.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's the other big thing.
And if it's not sloppy, it's not good.
Yeah, so there is red wine vinegar also in my Italian oil mix too. And this is the final product.
Oh, yeah. Take a look at that.
When you come in and you also ask for a little salt and pepper on it, I also know you're from that area.
Mm-hmm.
Because they love a little bit of everything on top.
Oh, yeah.
Like my dad, he goes with the pepperdew peppers on his. That's it.
My gosh, that is a mammoth of a sandwich.
So go ahead and try to eat that one without making a mess.
Oh, my gosh. We're up for a challenge.
So I do a hoagie eating contest with this sandwich, double the size.
Oh my gosh.
Every year I raise money for the Hoosier Veterans Assistance Foundation.
Oh my God. All right, guys. I'm going to make a mess. I'm going to. It's happening.
You got it.
I don't care. This is how you eat.
Yep.
This is how you eat.
If it's not messy, you're not doing it right.
If it's not messy,
Yeah.
you're not doing it right. That is amazing. It's so fresh. Very light. I can still taste all the veggies. All the meat is cold, fresh. Again, bread, A1, soft. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is definitely an amazing. I'm oily, you know. It's a good moisturizer, you know. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We love it. We
As long
love
as you
it.
don't mind the little Italian seasoning, right, Gary?
Yes. Oh my God. That was so good. Okay, guys, I am super excited. I am getting an exclusive with a Blackberry Bloat that we have here at the restaurant. This is the first time they're doing it. They made it just for me, okay? But look for it soon on the menu, all right? Let's get into this. Oh my gosh. You know me, root beer floats are my favorite. So now I'm trying blackberry. We're adding this to the list.
Yes, definitely. Yes, it does.
Oh yeah. This is so good. So it has waffle cones.
So the ice cream is called blueberry waffle cone. So there's
Blueberry
pieces of waffle cone just to give it a little crunch.
Yes,
And then you got the Hank's craft soda is based out of the Philly area. And this is their black cherry that we always have in house. We have their birch beer. We got their vanilla cream soda. We got their orange cream. We also have vanilla ice cream too. So you can do root beer floats. You can do cream.
I'm in heaven, guys. I'm in heaven. Oh, what more can you ask for? I've eaten peppers. I've eaten bologna. Now I'm having blueberry waffle cone floats. Like, my life is great, okay? My life is great. Oh, I love it. I love it. You guys, I don't know what to say. My stomach's full, my mind is full, and my heart is even fuller. I am so excited that I got to get this sneak peek look, the behind the scenes for you guys. Make sure you come and check out Hoagies and Hops. Check out the awesome food that they're making and the great environment that they have here. And just always remember that behind every small business is a person that is just trying to live out their dreams and bring out their experiences to you. So remember that they have a family and they also have a heart that they're trying to feed as well. So just remember that when you're going and supporting these businesses. That's all that I got for this episode. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And just remember that you are strong, you are fearless, and you are capable of anything and everything that you want to do. I'll see you next time. Bye.